I want to give you 3 quick tips that you can do yourself to help your body naturally increase its production of testosterone. Hi, I'm Mark McKillier with Live Anabolic, and today I'm going to give you 3 tips to increasing your T levels naturally. I'm going to talk about how important testosterone is for building muscle and being a man over 50. And not only that, I'm going to explain that testosterone is not only a muscle building hormone, but also a fat burning hormone. That's why it's so important to know your T levels, and that's also why this video is sponsored by Let's Get Checked. Most of you know the symptoms of low testosterone, and maybe you already know your testosterone levels, but I want to talk to you about a hormone called SHBG, also called sex hormone binding globulin. SHBG is responsible for carrying your testosterone through your bloodstream. So if your SHBG is low, you can have normal testosterone levels and still feel the effects of low T. So if you're feeling tired, have low libido, if you're putting on fat and losing muscle for no apparent reason, and your testosterone levels are normal or you haven't tested them yet, then I want to tell you about today's sponsor, a company called Let's Get Checked. They're a worldwide leader in at-home testing kits, and their male hormone test lets you easily test your testosterone, SHBG levels, and other important male hormone levels all right at home. You can order a testing kit that will be delivered to you in a discreet package with next day delivery. And once your sample arrives back in their laboratory, confidential results will be available from your secure online account within 2 to 5 days. The results are reviewed by a physician, and if you have low hormone levels, a nurse will contact you for a consultation over the phone and advise you on what you can do about it. It's as simple as that. Let's Get Checked laboratories are CLIA approved and CAP accredited, which are the highest ranking levels of accreditation. So if you want to test your hormone levels without having to leave your home, visit trylgc.com. We have a special offer for Live Anabolic viewers, so be sure to click the link in the description of this video to get a whopping 30% off your test. All right, so guys, you've probably seen a lot of my other videos where I talk about testosterone and how important it is, not just for building muscle, but for losing body fat. Well, I want to give you 3 quick tips that you can do yourself to help your body naturally increase its production of testosterone. Tip number 1, all right, and that is resistance training. Now that's one of the things that I really focus on a lot on our YouTube channel and my workout videos, all right? So I got some fantastic, workout programs, but the whole focus of these programs is to use resistance training to help your body increase its production of testosterone. Because what happens is when you push yourself really hard by lifting weights or using bands, all right, what you're doing is you're actually tearing muscle fibers down. You're creating millions and millions of little tiny microscopic tears in your muscle fibers. Well, guess what? That sends signals to your brain, and it tells your brain you need to ramp up production of testosterone, because it uses that testosterone to help rebuild those muscles, to help rebuild them, okay? So that's one of the ways. It's just a simple way to trick your body into increasing your testosterone levels. All right, guys, tip number 2. This is probably the hardest one to accomplish, okay? And I know it's easier said than done, but you need to lose body fat, okay? There's lots of studies that back this up. I just kind of picked one just off the top of my head. It was done in 2008, and it said that just a 4% increase in your waist relative to where you were previously can increase your chances of having low T levels by 75%. All right, so having too much body fat does a lot of things. All right, so there's more going on than just that one study. So guys, testosterone is water soluble, which means it can be stored in your fat. Okay, so the more fat you have, the easier it is for your body to have your testosterone be locked up in fat cells, which means it's not flowing through your blood system, which means it's not being used by your body or your muscles. All right. And another thing is, fat can also cause your testosterone to be converted into estrogen, okay? So there's enzymes in your body fat that can do that, all right? And so the more fat you have, the more enzymes you have, which means the more chance you are having of converting your testosterone into estrogen. Now, guys, we all have estrogen, that's fine. But if you get too much, all right, then you're gonna start seeing all kinds of weird things going on that you don't want as a man, trust me. So, losing body fat, which is, like I said at the beginning, is the hardest of the 3 tips to do, will also significantly increase your natural production and will increase the free testosterone that's floating in your bloodstream. That's what we really worry about. The free testosterone is the most important because that's what's available for your body to use. Okay, tip number 3 is probably the easiest, okay, of the 3 tips. I know you were waiting for that one. Tip number 3 is you gotta get more sleep, guys, especially for you all that are really sleep deprived. So lots of studies out there. I found one that was just real simple to explain on camera here, and that is they did a study of people and they only let them get 5 hours of sleep a night. So tons of you guys are out there getting 5 hours of sleep a night, way, way less than your body needs. And for those people who are getting 5 hours of sleep a night, their T levels decrease between 10 and 15%. Just as simple as that. So your body really needs about 7 or 8 hours of really good restful sleep because most of your testosterone is produced at night when you're in your REM sleep. Remember the rapid eye movement, the deep sleep? So guys, if you're not getting enough sleep on a regular basis, I'm not just talking about once in a while, okay? That's not gonna hurt anything, but if you are chronically sleep deprived, I guarantee you, your body is not producing as much testosterone as it otherwise could if you were getting really good restful sleep. So that's super easy, guys. 3 tips. One of them's pretty tough, losing the fat. Getting plenty of sleep, that's much, much easier to do. And of course, tip number 1, resistance training, I actually enjoy it, all right? So not only do you build or create more testosterone naturally when you resistance train, but you also get the added benefit of building muscle, okay? So guys, I promise all of you guys can easily do all 3 tips. Even if you don't lose 50 pounds, you can still lose 10 pounds of fat. Every little bit helps. And then finally, how do you know if your T levels are low or high? How do you know if your SHBG levels are low or high? This is how. It's so simple. Just go to their website, check them out. They will send you this little box. This is what shows up in the mail, okay? It's super simple. You take a sample of your blood, you mail it right back to them, and boom, a few days later, they let you know the results. Let's Get Checked is as easy as it's ever gonna get, trust me. And then finally, guys, remember, you gotta do all 3 tips, and if you always stick with it and never give up on yourself, I promise you're gonna like the results.